In this video, I'd like to go ahead and review the things that have been covered here in this wading in the water segment. The idea was to sort of begin to give you a sense of what the Kumu environment looked like. And once you actually get into developing one or more maps in a project, the idea that within a project there is a single data set and there are one or more maps and perspectives that define the way that that data or cross sections of that data are presented to whoever is interacting with the map. From there to talking about how to go about creating your first relationship map, which I think I got through in about a minute and 45 seconds, so that to actually become productive with Kumu, you do not need to spend an enormous amount of time learning a lot of different features, functions, and options. In just a few minutes, you can be in a position to begin to develop meaningful relationship maps. And then the question is, what do you need? What are you trying to understand that you need to develop a map of? And by continuing to develop maps, you will get better at developing maps. Developing maps is the only way to get better at developing maps. It's a lot like riding a bicycle. You can only really learn to ride a bicycle by being on a bicycle. Then talked about some of the menu options across the bottom that you can use. The idea that the entities that you create, the map itself has a profile page, and every entity that you create as part of the map has its own profile page where you can provide a detailed description of that entity, and there are also types and tags that you can use to classify or categorize those items as you develop them. And we will get more into types and tags in the future in more elaborate models. Then talking about the way that you can go to perspectives and decorate the elements and the connections, and also the option that's down here on the menu to decorate them either individually or some selection of them that you might make holding the shift key, so that you could select a number of elements and decorate them together collectively. Talking about a number of the tools that you have to work with, and then finally spending some time talking about what I think is one of the most powerful features of Kumu is the ability to walk through a complex map in a manner so that it's not overwhelming, so that you get to sort of take it in bite-sized chunks, and as you understand the pieces, you can then go ahead and move on to a different point, or you can hold the shift key and actually change the focus as you're walking through the map itself, so that it doesn't have to be overwhelming. And then you can also use the focus to move out from there, depending upon how much of it that you really want to look at one time. And when you're ready, you can go back quite easily and look at the entire map. So hopefully this wading in the water section has given you enough of an introduction to probably be dangerous. And in this instance, being dangerous is probably a good thing. I would advise you to create maps, more maps and more maps. And the more that you create, the more comfortable you will be creating them. I continue to say, just think Nike, just do it. And don't worry about whether it's right or wrong, just do it. And it's trial and learning. You do it, you learn something, you do it better, you learn some more, you do it better, and you continue to learn forward. So in the next lecture is an exercise for you to create a relationship map of your own, and then submit the URL so I can take a look at it and offer some comments. And in the sections to follow, we will begin to develop some specific types of maps for different purposes, and hope you continue to find this course interesting, informative, and more importantly, useful. So, see you in the next video. Bye.